Championship weekend is here at TCO Stadium in Eagan, Minnesota, and our semifinal doubleheader begins with the South Division champs, the Austin Soul, and the undefeated reigning AUDL champs, the New York Empire. It's a beautiful afternoon here.
And with the question marks about Jeff Babbitt's health, easier to have him playing defense. We saw him warming up with the D1 line, so we'll see him out there.
And an immediate turnover. Elliot Chartok had nowhere to go. Matt Armour picks up resets from Mick Walter. An unbelievable early break chance for Austin. Matt Armour around the defense, and the Soul strike first. Can you believe it?
That's an incredible start. Exactly what you want. If you're Austin, they come out and they're going to junk up this pole play, and they're going to make New York think. And now it looks like Austin's trying to contain that and saying, we want you to work it the entire length up the field.
What is Austin doing that's flummoxing New York right now as they turn it over for a third time? Osgar off Lithio's hands. It was a poor throw.
They're not giving them any easy throws.
Up the line, Eric Brodbeck is inbounds for the second straight break for the Austin Soul. Mark Henke will turn 20 next month. Still a teenager. Osgar looking for Babbitt. What a shot from Ryan Osgar to get New York on the board, and Jeff Babbitt is back.
Great bending ability by Ryan Osgar, and that's just easy money when you see Jeff Babbitt in the corner.
Scuba for Wiley. Second possession of the point for the Soul offense. Duncan Fitzgerald shooting it deep. Switek and Evans are both there. It's Evans taking charge against Oloro and dishing the score for Switek. Playoff Jack, last year's MVP championship weekend with a nice finesse throw.
My gosh, that is such a difficult throw, and the stall was getting high. He didn't really have any other options.
You see Chartok just collide with a member of the Soul sideline over there? Closing in on 200, both of them. Mark Evans shooting for Duncan Fitzgerald. Chased by Alati, hanging in the air. Holm coming to help. Holm rips it away. We've seen Austin take that shot all season long, but they haven't done it against Detroit. Brownlee's forehand chased by Oliver Chartok just shy of the goal line. And Mike Drost has the Empire score. It's a 5-1 New York run.
Ben Katz causing a lot of problems in the open side lane.
And he's just hanging out. I mean, even for him, this is a lot of poaching.
John Randolph gets the block in the end zone, and give Ben Katz a half block maybe for his disruption downfield. What a play by Randolph. Katz for Babbitt, my goodness. When Jeff Babbitt is fired up and you are on the other side, good luck.
This was a goal before it was tapped in, before the ref blew the whistle. They set up, they didn't double team Jeff Babbitt in the front of the end zone.
He's a guy that his teammates rave about, says he brings relentless energy. They're gonna need some of that. Someone's gotta make a play here for the Soul. And it's Josue Oloro coming in for another big block for the Empire. Alati quickly picks up Oloro with 7 seconds to Davis. And that's just too darn easy. Should we play the second, third, and fourth quarter, or should we call it now?
Well, if Austin can get New York's offense back on the field, I think we could see them get some more scores on the board.
Babbitt was calling for a switch and gets one. Katz switched on to Chambers, and then Babbitt switches back on to him as he came back underneath. Good team defense downfield. Antoine Davis shows off the acceleration. The boosters from Antoine Davis for the block on Henke.
New York's playing the next throw every single time. Sure, you can gain 5 yards, but we're going to go put a flat mark on and make it hard for you.
Looking deep for Evans. And that's a gorgeous throw unleashed by Eric Brodbeck. That's the Soul's first goal since the 4:46 mark of the first quarter.
Yeah, it goes without saying.
No bobble from Jack Williams, but he hangs on. Yacht feeds Elliot Chartok, looking for Lithio. Floating it up there with the wind. Armour makes up the ground, but he cannot stop John Lithio, who goes up and seizes the disc for New York.
Chartok and Lithio, perfect timing on the cutting in the underneath.
John Randolph definitely got position, like you said, but made contact without making a play on the disc.
Antoine Davis lets it rip. Intended for Breton Tan. Pushed from behind by Noah Chambers. Jeff Babbitt says, I'll take that. He's in the end zone for his 6th goal of the game. Where did he come from? And Yacht turns it over on the first throw after the foul. Armour with the interception. Got a couple blocks in the half. Colin Fort, Potts finds him. Armour swings the disc, it continues to float. Mark Henke makes the play, and then Jackson Potts throws the score for Oliver Fay, who gives Yacht a little stare and celebrates another score for the Austin Soul.
Like we've said,
contingent of New York fans chanting for defense, and they get defense courtesy of Breton Tan. Remember 6 years ago how good he was at championship weekend as a member of the Toronto Rush?
He's been a huge addition to this D-line.
Marquez Brownlee for Ryan Drost, and the Empire have their 10th break of the game.
There are 21 goals in this game. 14 of them have been breaks. And how many players for the Empire have a layout D at this point? They have.
it makes all the difference.
Throw to space, look out, Antoine Davis comes flying in to steal it away from Henke, who thought he was open. Brownlee, hammer for Cats, good night. New York beats the buzzer with a brilliant D-line performance in this first half of championship weekend. As good as it gets from the New York Empire.
You're seeing the difference in throwing talent.
Chartok angling it for Osgar. That was pretty.
The New York offense is starting to look like the offense we've seen all season.
Right, with the health issues he's had, anybody that's a little banged up, you have another game to potentially win tomorrow, but you're in that hard place because you take your foot off the gas.
Looking for Williams, Dial with a soaring D. Brandon Dial with one of the better highlights of the night.
That's stall 6.
Yeah.
Critical throw.
And he hadn't, Jack hasn't done a whole lot else tonight, but that big play early in the game when it was close. And now we're seeing Williams, like, just whenever he wants, he can turn it on. Williams to Weinberg to stretch the lead back to double digits.
And I think that's been a big difference because the Austin defense has been good. The New York defense has been great.
Chartok looking for Yacht. He's got steps on Henke, and Elliot Chartok with just another exquisite throw.
My goodness. I mean, Yacht created some separation there, but it takes a truly elite throw.
Here's Weinberg again, open as usual. Connecting with Osgar. Yacht looks like he wants to go deep. Osgar wants to throw it. Back shoulder fade. Ben Yacht delivers.
Too small. Hits him with it.
I characterize that as a subdued celebration.
The wind. I think that both teams will be thinking about how do we want to approach our game defensively.
And Fitzgerald throws this one just a prayer. And Ryan Drost with number 199. And
well, it's obviously been a very tough game for the Soul, as you see.
there's number 200 for Ryan Drost. Getting the underneath block on Oliver Fay, the first to 200 blocks in AUDL history.
That does speak a little bit to the way that offense has changed in Ultimate in general. Possession-based approach has become a much bigger factor.
Another huck from Fitzgerald, floating for Switek to run it down.
And on the sideline, I think Stephen Nagy and the Austin bench has got to be thinking, if only we had this kind of thing happening earlier in the game. A couple great shots here in the fourth quarter.
What stands out to you both about the general spacing of the Empire offense and the way they attack?
They did do a great job of keeping the space, especially into the front of the stack, as Osgar tries to shake one.
Makes the adjustment. New York was down 2-0, but they were dominant after that, and the Empire are headed back to the AUDL Championship Game for the 4th consecutive season. 27-17. The Empire dismantled the Austin Soul.
A defensive masterclass from the Empire.
A dream start and a nightmare end. Good night, Austin. It was a good season till now.